Hello, friends. This is a short sequence to help open your chest and your shoulders and open your heart. So we'll do just a few different postures and then sit for 5 minutes of meditation. You don't really need anything. You could have a belt or scarf handy, and also always nice to have a cushion to sit on for meditation. We'll begin in tabletop, with the wrists beneath the shoulders and the knees just a little bit shied in from the hips. Fingers are spread, knuckles are rooted. Push the floor away, and then just slightly soften between the shoulder blades. And imagine you could dial your hands outward. They're not actually moving, but as if you could screw the hands into the ground away from each other. Make sure your ribs aren't dropping here, so we've got a little bit of stability. We have neutral spine. From here, we're going to flip the wrists potentially. You could keep your hands like this or rotate so the fingers point toward you. Again, spreading the fingers. Try to root through each knuckle. Push the floor away and then just slightly soften through the chest. And now we'll add a cat-cow, whichever way your hands are. Inhaling to find a back bend. Exhale to arch the spine up toward the ceiling. Let's try to initiate the movement from the pelvis. So starting with the tailbone and the sacrum, and then moving slowly through the lumbar spine, the mid-spine, lifting the chest, lifting the head at the end of the movement without jamming the back of the neck. And then as you exhale, same idea, start at the pelvis. Start to tuck the tailbone down so you can round through lumbar spine, mid-spine, and then head drops at the end. A couple more times on your own. Might be nice to inhale in the cow, the back bend, and then exhale for cat, like a Halloween cat. So we're inhaling to extend through the spine. And exhaling to flex through the spine, around the spine. Make sure shoulders aren't crowding up toward the ears. Gradually make your way back to neutral spine. You can remove your hands from the ground and come to a seat. Whatever seat allows the spine to be upright. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling and then rotate so that your palm faces back and your thumb points out to the side. That's it. And then bend the elbow and try to glide the hand down the back. Let's use the other hand to assist. A little nudge in, a little nudge down. Try not to drop your head here. So head is still up. It might be pressing into the arm, and then the arm can press back. From here, we'll keep that arm where it is. Take your left arm, thumb down, palm facing back. Bringing the arm behind your back. See if you can connect the hands. So here's where a belt, scarf, towel, t-shirt, sock could help you create the connection. You can stretch the elbows evenly away from each other or emphasize one arm more than the other. Slow, steady breath. Gently release your arms. Bring your hands to your lap and just pause for a moment. Second side, left arm reaching up, externally rotate. So the thumb points out, the palm faces back behind you. Bend the elbow. Try to glide the hand down the back a little bit. You can use your right hand to nudge the elbow in, slide the hand down. Be sure you're not dropping your head here, chest is lifted. Head and arm can press into each other if they're connecting. Bring your right arm, thumb down, palm back, internal rotation, behind the back. Maybe the hands connect, maybe they don't. You can use something to help or just fake it. Stretch the elbows evenly away from each other, or choose to focus more on one arm. So the top elbow rising or the bottom elbow descending. Head is right on top of the spine. I have this bad habit of kind of tilting my head here. Long, slow breaths. Gently release your arms. Next, we'll come to a reverse namaste, or it's a prayer pose behind your back. It's not for everybody, nothing's for everybody, but I'll show you how to do that first, and then if it doesn't work, show you some variegations. So we'll begin with the arms behind the back, hugging the elbows in. You can start with the palms, fingers pointing down, and then see if you can rotate the fingers to point up. So I'm starting way down low where it's easier, and then sliding the hands up the back. So maybe you're down here, focusing on shoulders back, shoulders down. As it's available, sliding the hands up, pressing the palms together, and pressing the outer blades of your hands into your back. So we're really trying to take the elbows back. If that's too much, you can hold your elbows, or maybe it's a wrist thing. You can join fists here, elbows drawing back, breathing here. I always feel this one more in my wrists, so you'll feel it wherever you're most limited. Gently release the arms. Now please lie down on your back. Feet plant. Arms alongside your body, palms facing down. I've been working bridge more often lately with a neutral pelvis. So rather than tucking the tailbone and having the pubic bone higher than the hip points, been working more of a neutral pelvis. So pubic bone and ASIS, those two bony points in the front of your pelvis, are all on the same plane. Okay, this will help create strength in the back. So it's up to you if you want to do it that way or not. We're going to go into a moving bridge. Let's just establish bridge pose first, and then we'll add on. So feet rooting. If you're keeping neutral pelvis, come up into a low bridge, like maybe a fist height off the ground. Regardless of whether you have the pelvis tucked or it's neutral, rooting through each toe. Make sure the inner and outer edges of your feet are all on the ground. and squeeze your glute muscles. You can roll through the spine to come down. We're going to add movement of the arms and make the bridge dynamic. So the arms will reach up toward the ceiling and end up alongside the ears or whatever your shoulders will allow for. And then when you lower the hips from bridge, same thing. So arms right up toward the ceiling and then alongside the body. Here we go. Lifting the hips, sweeping the arms up, active glutes. And then as you exhale, slowly lower back down. Reach through the arms as they're moving, so they're not just kind of like blah in space. They're active reach, especially when the arms come overhead. Stretch the knees away from you, stretch the arms opposite. Try to roll through your spine to come down. A few more times here. Try to coordinate so everything is reaching its end point the same time, though the hips might not be crawling up high. And then everything landing on the ground at the end of the bridge the same time. Maybe not, but just try so you've got a little bit more focus required. Two more. Let's hold this last one for an extra breath. And then when you're ready, slowly lowering down. Roll to your side and come up to a seat. Please be sure your knees aren't higher than your hips. If you're sitting cross-legged and you're sitting on your heels or between your heels, if it's between your heels, make sure your sitting bones are on something, not hovering. Make any other adjustments so you feel symmetrical and alert, but also at ease. And then let your eyes close and bring your awareness inside. Let your breath be natural. Anchor awareness to the breath. If you have trouble being still, that's why they call it a practice. So there's no such thing as a bad meditator. Right? There's no such thing as I can't meditate. We're just practicing being still, being with ourselves, being in the present moment. The mind drifts away, there's no judgment. You don't need to berate yourself, that doesn't help anything. So don't judge the judging. If you find yourself judging, just come back to the breath. Again and again and again and again. One more minute. Let's bring hands, palms together at heart center. Lift your heart from inside. Make a little bow. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace.